before we go into truth tables, the first thing I want to do is kind of describe the algebra, how it's written in computing. So let's take a look at this. This is my AND gate with the two inputs and output. What I'm going to do is just duplicate this slide for the time being, because I don't want to lose the original. There we go. So instead of having the word input, we label them A. Just shrink this down. And B. I'll shrink that one down as well. So that is the usual way of labeling the inputs to a gate. And the output, well, you can use anything really, but they tend to use Q for an output, or they might use R for result. But generally I'm going to use A, B and the output Q. Now we need to be able to write this down sort of mathematically, and you'll probably see it written down and be expected to draw this image. So let me go for that one. Let's put a text box in. So the way to write this expression, A and B equals Q, is simply A and B equals Q. Now notice I've written it sort of backwards to the way you would write maths or a programming statement. Normally you'd write Q equals A and B. The important point is I've used the word AND to separate the A and B in logic. And there are a few ways of actually writing this down, and you may see them on the exam paper written in different ways. So to begin with, that's my first one, A and B. Let's write it down again, but instead of using the word AND, I'm going to use a symbol to represent AND. So this is going to be a bit tricky. Let's again insert a text box. I have a couple here. So I'm going to put A and shrink that all the way down. And let's just see if I can copy that and paste that. Whoops, no, can't do that. There we go. Got A and B equals Q. Let's just stretch that out. And all I've got to do is put the symbol for AND in between there. So let me just do that. And the symbol for AND, well, I'm going to start off by writing a V. And then I'm going to rotate it upside down. There we go. And I'm going to place it between. So there we go. These two statements here are the same thing. That says A and B equals Q. That says A and B equals Q. So let's take this over to the OR gate and let's take a look at what happens with the OR gate. Let's see if I can copy that. So here's my OR gate. Let's make a duplicate and then paste. There we go. So the first one is A or B equals Q. So if my input here is A, my input here is B, and my output is Q, there we go. That's that job done. So I've labelled the diagram, which you would be expected to do when you're drawing them. And I've written down the equation for the gate. So this says A or B equals Q. And I can do exactly the same as I did before. Here, let me see if I can copy these and paste them onto my OR gate. Oops, wrong one. There we go. And this time, instead of this symbol being upside down, V, we need it to be the correct way up. So that symbol stands for OR, so that now says A or B equals Q. The last thing that I've got is the NOT gate. So let's make a duplicate of that. And let's just input. Well, let's just change this. My input is A, my output is Q. And I write it, oops, not like that. I write it by saying Q equals NOT A. And there is also a symbol for NOT, which hopefully I can manage. It's a little bit strange. Now notice I've also written this Q equals NOT A. It doesn't really matter which way round you write them. It's just a preferred way that I've shown you. So this one would be Q equals, let's see if I've got this symbol on my keyboard. I bet I haven't. It doesn't look like I have. Okay, let's see if I can find the symbol. Not at all. I'm going to have to draw this one for you. So the symbol would be, let's get this, let's get a pen and make it really thin. NOT, and then get the text box. There we go. So that is the Boolean algebra. This is what it's called. So Q equals NOT A, or Q equals NOT A in symbols. Let's take a look at the OR gate just as a refresh. So the OR gate was A or B, and this is A or B. Notice that we've got the V in the normal position, and for the AND gate we've got A and B, and A with an upside down V, B equals Q. So that is the Boolean algebra. Let me just write that down for you. Okay. It's called Boolean algebra. And we will use it a lot in programming. You will be doing a fair amount in exams. You'll be expected to be able to write these in either way, as long as you're consistent. You'll be expected to draw the diagram from a given expression. So if I gave you A and B equals Q, I would expect to see that diagram. Or if I gave you A, the upside down V and B, I'd expect that diagram. I'd also expect you to be able to draw the truth tables from these, and we shall take a look at truth tables in the next video. So that is Boolean algebra. Have a go at it. Try to draw the diagrams and label them up yourself. There's nothing like practice to make perfect.